Testing. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Fall 2023 Student Senate Town Hall. My name is Arnold Montiel, and I'm the chair for the 2023-2024 Student Senate. On behalf of all the Senate, we greatly appreciate you taking the time to join us this afternoon, virtually or in person here at downtown campus. This event is being live streamed on the Pima Student Engaged YouTube page. A link to the recording will be posted on Pima Engage following this event and is currently accessible through the event page for today.
Before we begin our program today, we would like to begin with a land acknowledgement. Pima Community College is on the original homelands of the Tohono O'odham people and the Pascua Yaqui, who have stewarded this land since time immemorial. The practice of acknowledging the land of these sovereign nations brings to the forefront their enduring connection to this land. historical, and current colonization practices. Let's acknowledge that we will all benefit from these lands on which we work and learn. I encourage each participant today to learn about the land we inhabit, the tribal communities connected to this land, and the ways in which you can contribute to restorative practices related to the land and our community.
Thank you, Athena. Student Senate is responsible for creating a bridge between the student body and the college administration. Events such as this allow us to do just that. Senate hosts a town hall a minimum of once a semester. Our goal is to create and maintain open lines of communication between students and leadership. In honor of this goal, I would like to invite PCC's Acting Chancellor, Dr. Dolores Duran Cerda, to the stage for a welcome address on behalf of all of PCC's leadership that are here today with us today.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me all right? Yes. Thank you, Arnold. And I wanted to thank all of the student senators for putting this together, and Student Life and Student Affairs. So let's give them a round of applause. I think this is the fourth, right, town hall that students have had at the college. I believe so. And so we're looking forward to this conversation. I know you have deep questions you'd like to ask, a lot of different changes going on at the college, and we want to keep you informed, and so we have members of my team here that will help address some of those questions. But I also would like to recognize Student Senate's important role at the college, not only representing the voice of students, and for me it's important through this culture of caring that we elevate the student voice, so we know what your needs are at the college and how we can help you fulfill your goals, whatever your goals are, and create a sense of belonging for all of you and your peers. So we have a student representative who reports to the governing board and is present at the board meetings and talks about the various events that take place at each of the campuses, so we're grateful for that voice, as well as members that are at the All College Council. So we're happy with that. And also, I understand the Student Senate contributed insights into marketing. There was a marketing survey, and so those are being reflected in the campaign's marketing endeavors this next year. So at Pima College, we're student-centered, student-focused. And you can tell by the folks who are here, who work with students on a daily basis. You all work with your peers and you talk to them and get ideas or questions or concerns, and thank you for doing that so we can have that conversation today. But it's so important to focus, all of us as a college, on our mission, which is to empower every learner, every day, for every goal. And that's what we're all about here. We want to make sure we help you achieve your goals, whatever they are, if they're to transfer to a university or to go into the job force right away. We want to be here for you and make sure that it's a seamless process. And everybody contributes to it. So it's students, it's employees, it's staff, faculty, administrators, the community members themselves, because we hear from the community too of what they hear from you all when you go out and talk to your families and friends of what we should be doing and how we can improve the college and how we serve our community. And one of that is the Teaching and Learning Center, which was actually faculty driven, and it came about 6 months before COVID hit, and it was a hub for adjunct faculty and full-time faculty to share ideas on pedagogy and how to teach, because how to teach online and virtually, because not everybody had that experience, but they were so concerned about you and your well-being, and not only how to teach, but also to support you with resources if the students needed resources. Some other things that we've accomplished too at the college are the centers of excellence, and here at the downtown campus, we've seen the new buildings that are up in automotive technology and advanced manufacturing. At West Campus, so first of all, let's see, who's the downtown campus rep? Okay, excellent. So you've been part, you've toured the facilities, I'm sure, and answered questions by students about them. Okay, who's at West Campus? Okay, excellent. And so we're building our Health Profession Center of Excellence there. I'm sure you've dealt with the construction and students having questions about when is that going to be done? So there's that. And then at East Campus, who's at East? Okay, excellent. So we have IT and cybersecurity over there. And then at Northwest? Okay, excellent. So at Northwest, we're starting work on the Science and Engineering Center of Excellence and Desert Vista. Wonderful. So we have hospitality leadership at Desert Vista that will be operational, I believe, next semester, crossing our fingers. So one of the priorities that I have as interim chancellor is accreditation. And I don't know if you've had conversations about accreditation and what that means, but we're in our cycle. So the Higher Learning Commission, which is the accrediting body, does routinely, let's say, comprehensive studies at colleges and universities. And so it's our turn in 2024 for them to come and visit. So we're working on this assurance report argument that talks about all about what we're doing as a college, making sure our process and policies are functional, our systems and structures. And so we want the students to be involved in that too, because there will be a team coming in December of 2024, and they'll be interviewing students, faculty, staff, administrators. So we'll be sure to involve you in some focus groups so you understand what's going to be asked of you. And we'll send the report, a draft report, so you all have feedback for that too. So that's all I wanted to share with you, but I thank you so much for having us here and to address any questions or concerns you may have. And my team is here to help provide some of those answers. And if we don't have them right away, we'll get back to you and make sure we do answer them. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that welcome, Chancellor Durancieta, and for joining us this afternoon. We would like to begin the program today with an introduction of the Student Senate cohort, and I'll pass it off to Arnold, who is our, well, he'll tell you all about it.
My name is Arnold Montiel. My pronouns are him, él. I am currently studying I just graduated my GED, and I'm going to be getting into social services. I currently hold the position of chair on the Student Senate, and I represent all ABEC centers, El Rio, El Pueblo, and 29th Street Coalition, and thank you.
My name is Cesar Peña, and we would like to begin. Well, my name is Cesar Peña. My pronouns is he, him, él, and I am currently studying electrical, and I would further want to study electrical engineering. And I'm part of all college council, and I represent DV, which is Desert Vista.
Hello, my name is Astor Schaefer. My pronouns are he or they, either is acceptable to me. I am currently going for an Associates of Liberal Arts. I'm just kind of crawling my way through 2 classes at a time. I currently hold a marketing position, so all of the flyers you see around campus for Student Senate, c'est moi. And I currently, along with Christy Snowden, I represent the downtown campus, so this, where we are today.
Hi everyone, my name is Christy Snowden. My pronouns are she, her. I am currently studying a major in liberal arts with a concentration in social services. I do plan to graduate this semester, but I also plan to continue with the spring semester to transfer to NAU. I currently hold the secretary position, and as Aster mentioned, I am also a downtown representative.
Hello. Sorry about that. Hello, everyone. My name is Randall Ndobegang. My pronouns are he, him. So I'm currently studying business administration at both campuses. I take some courses here and some courses on the East Campus. I'm also the student senator for the East Campus. Yeah, I don't hold any current position at the moment, but yeah, thank you guys.
My name is Athena Martinez. My pronouns are she, her, ea. I am currently studying electrical associates. This is actually my last physical year here at Pima. This is my second year attending as a student senator. I am currently the co-chair for Student Senate, and I represent the online campus as well as doing Northwest.
My name is Will Romanenko. My pronouns are he, him. I'm currently studying in the business administration program, and this is my first year at Pima Community College. I currently hold the position of parliamentarian and sit on the All College Council, and I represent the online campus.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rebecca Ercel. I'm a student senate representing the West Campus and the student representative in the governing board. My pronouns are she or her. I'm currently taking liberal arts towards communications. I'm planning to transfer to a 4-year university and do international relations. Thank you so much for listening.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marquise Vaughn. I am currently studying business administration, and I plan on graduating next year. I currently hold the position of project lead, and I represent the West Campus.
We currently have one campus vacancy. The Northwest Campus does not have a current senator The Northwest Campus does not currently have a senator as early this month. However, all the Senate has been supporting the campus to ensure that the vacancy has not been filled. Information regarding an upcoming election will be shared this semester for the Northwest Campus. Our co-chair, Athena Martinez, will be presenting the campus update for the Northwest Campus.
Thank you so much for that update. Sorry. Thank you so much for that update, Christy. That now leads us to the next section, the audience Q&A. With our in-person attendees, we have a microphone over there where you can pose questions or make a comment. In order to ensure that we are able to get to each person who wants to make a comment or pose a question, we will be timing this section. As the parliamentarian, I will be assisting with the timing the remaining questions or comments and our responses. Each person will have 2 minutes to pose their question or make a comment, and we will spend a maximum of 5 minutes answering the question. I will give a verbal 30-second warning for questions, comments, and answers. Student Senate will try our best to answer questions that are posed. We are thankful to have PCC leadership here today to assist with expert knowledge on topics that may arise.
Earlier this semester, Senate created a form on Pima Engage for students to submit topics, questions, and comments around their experience at PCC. We will go through each question and provide comments or answers to them. As we mentioned earlier, our goal with today's event is to maintain open lines of communication between students and leadership. We have been fortunate to have leadership from all across the college be here this afternoon to ensure we have the best person at the college to address the student comments and questions.
Our first question is, what is Student Senate?
Great question, Rebecca. Thank you. Student Senate functions to advocate for the common interests of students. We do this by going to PCC administration and leadership on your behalf regarding questions, comments, and concerns you may have about your experience at PCC. Additionally, we have seats on various committees, councils, and governing board in order to assure the student voices are representative.
Our next question is, how can I join?
Becoming a student senator is an opportunity for professional development and leadership experiences. A senator term is 1 academic year, July to June, and applications and elections are opened every spring semester with the exception of any vacancies that may open up during the academic year. Each campus can have up to 2 representatives, which includes Desert Vista, Downtown, East, Northwest, Online, and West Campus, with the exception of ABEC, which has 1 representative that they may appoint. Information sessions are hosted every spring. Semester, or you can talk to any one of us or a student life coordinator if you are interested in joining. Applications and elections are held through Pima Engage. Our next question is, what are mental health resources for students? And this will be addressed by Ms. Valerie Vidal King.
Thank you, Athena. This is a really important question. And Pima Community College offers the Student Wellness Assistance Program, and it is a free and confidential program to support students' health and well-being. It is also designed to complement our Pima counselors. So if you are having or experiencing a mental health crisis, I encourage you to walk in to any student service center and speak with one of our counselors. And our counselors will help guide you and to the 1-800 number to contact SWA. And the SWA is available 24 hours a day. It's a 1-800 number. And you can find, I brought flyers. You can find the flyer on your MyPima under Student Resources and under Students and Student Resources. But I also wanted to mention this is not only for students experiencing a mental crisis or mental health issues, but if you are having, you're experiencing some stress right now with finals approaching, and you're figuring, I'm not sure how to deal with this, please reach out to SWA, and they can give you some good tips on how to deal with the increase in stress. Or if you're noticing you're not quite sleeping through the night because of whatever issue, please reach out to SWA and they can give you some tips on how to find some new habits to engage in to get a good night's sleep. Oh, thank you. And if you're having some other issues with work-life balance, please reach out to SWA. SWA is there. Like I said, you can find the information on your MyPima account, and if you are experiencing any type of issue, please come and visit any student service center and we will connect you with some services. So, thank you.
So our next question is, how does PCC handle discrimination? And this question is going to be addressed by Dr. Dolores.
Thank you for that question. It's a very important question. Can you hear me?
Battery's dead, it's blinking.
Maybe I can borrow one of you? Yeah. Is it on now?
Testing.
Hello? Oh, okay. Hit the mute button. All right. No longer mute. All right. So discrimination. We take discrimination very seriously at the college, and we're committed to maintaining a healthy work environment where everyone feels free to be themselves and to express themselves and to feel safe in getting their education. So our board policy states discriminatory harassment of any kind is not appropriate, whether it is sexual harassment or harassment on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, disability, veteran's status, sexual orientation, gender identity, or other legally protected categories. So in order for Pima to give student federal financial assistance, such as Pell Grants, we must adhere to Title IX. And Title IX is a federal law that protects people from discrimination based on sex in education programs or activities that receive federal financial assistance. So if a student, if you feel one of your peers or yourself believe that you have been a victim of discrimination, you can register a complaint in several ways. One way is to call the Office of Dispute Resolution, and we have a number, and it's on the website too. There's an email, resolution@pima.edu, and then online you can use our online student complaint form. And again, all of this is in the website, and we're actually working on that even to improve it so it's much clearer too. So you'll be seeing improvements in that. But that is our answer for now.
Wait, Dr. Dolores, please don't go anywhere.
I'll stay here.
Yeah. So our next question was raised by an employee of Pima Community College and also by an adult education student and a fellow ambassador regarding the rise of crime and drug use around college campuses. In particular, the downtown campus has staff and students worried about this issue. The employee had asked a couple of homeless men to leave the premises at downtown campus because they were engaging in drug use right on site. The pair cussed her out and told her to mind her own business. She left and called the authorities, but upon their arrival, the pair was gone. The adult education student, Latasha Luevano, claimed that there is always drug paraphernalia around the El Pueblo Learning Center. There has been an increase in homeless people in recent months, and with this, there has been an increase in drug use and crime. There have been lockdowns at downtown campus, West Campus, and Desert Vista just recently in the last couple of months. Nationally, there has been an increase in school violence. And this will also be addressed by Dr. Dolores Duran-Cerda.
Thank you, Esther. So this is an important question. It's lengthy, so what we did was we're going to divide it into 3 different parts, and I'm going to ask Chief Michelle Nieuwenhuis to help address some of them. So we're going to divide into 3 parts, as I said. The first part will be on crime and drug use that Chief Michelle will be addressing. And the second part that the adult education student brought up about El Pueblo, I'll address that. And the last part will be about lockdowns that Chief Nieuwenhuis is going to address. So, Chief, would you like to come up? Okay.
And then Arnold.
Thank you, everyone, for having us here and for bringing, I hope I didn't hit the mute button, for bringing up these important issues. You know, it's important for us to make your experience in your environment at Pima as safe as possible so that you're successful in the pursuit of your academics. What I will say is that drug use and its related crime is certainly bigger than what Tucson's experiencing. Locally and in the region and nationally, there is a fentanyl crisis. And there are deeper social and economic issues attached to that, and so we can't really arrest our way out of fentanyl possession and fentanyl use. So I'm hoping everybody got the fentanyl advisory that we sent out at the beginning of the semester in regards to dealing with people who are using or in possession of fentanyl. The college police proactively patrol the campuses as an effort to keep those influences off of the campus and part of your experience. Some of the campuses are very large, this one in particular, and it has a lot of spaces that are easily to tuck into from a street or an adjacent area. And it's easy to use those readily available drugs, and they are cheap. They go anywhere from 50 cents to $1 a pill. That is dirt cheap for somebody who's got an addiction in a daily usage. So we proactively identify those people and try to keep them from coming onto campus. But understand that if we take enforcement action with that person, we physically arrest them, then we're gone from your campus, taking them down to the jail. So we have to balance the cost benefit of how much we engage with those people. What we really want to do is keep them away from the campuses so that you don't experience the property crimes that are largely committed, and frankly, the experience of having to walk in on somebody who's getting high. If you look at our daily crime log, though, crime on campuses is fairly low. It's on the rise in Tucson. They've got some understaffing issues, and they also have an increase in violent crime. TPD has got some initiatives where they're targeting hotspot areas, but that fentanyl issue is rampant throughout our region, and we get folks that pop up and want to utilize the campus for less than beneficial purposes, right? And so we are doing our part to keep those elements off of the campus. But I will say it takes all of you as well to report that to us as soon as you identify those people. You don't need to contact them. You don't need to tell them to leave the campus. You can call us. We will come and we will deal with them. And oftentimes it's a trespass. We'll check them for warrants and things, and we will trespass them, and we will remove them from the campus. On occasion, we do take them into custody and we take them down to jail. But we really want to weigh the time it takes us to do that versus remaining on the campus to serve your needs.
Thank you so much. So I'll address the part of the question by the adult education student referring to paraphernalia found around Pueblo Learning Center. So College Police is dedicated to working with adult basic education staff to identify improvements at the Pueblo Center. And also, to secure after hours and restrict access. So a security officer has been assigned to that location during operational hours as a preventative measure and to identify and report any concerns. Unfortunately, the unhoused population is an ongoing, not only here regionally, but it's a national issue that's increasing, and broader efforts at the state and national levels are being taken to address the issue, which, as we know, often coincides with mental illness and with substance abuse. So that's that part question. And the question about lockdowns at Downtown West and Desert Vista that recently happened in the last couple of months, I'll pass that over to the chief as well.
Back again. So as I indicated earlier, crime in the Tucson area is up, particularly violent crime. The incidences at Desert Vista and downtown campus were incidences that started with another jurisdiction, but had close enough proximity to one of the campuses that we felt an alert was necessary to provide the community with information about how to protect themselves and how to make themselves safe. So again, we're keeping most of that violent crime off of the campuses, but there's only so much we can do to impact it when it's adjacent to the campus. So those text alerts go out as planned and needed to make sure that our community is aware. We're not too specific sometimes when it's not our call to overly share information. But I will let you know that the downtown campus one that happened on a weekend was a carjacking by knife point, and the vehicle was dumped in proximity of the campus, and the person was last seen running toward the campus. So that alert was sent out so that people that were on campus could secure themselves in an indoor space and stay out of the outdoor common areas. And the people that weren't on campus stayed away from the campus until we were able to clear that. The Desert Vista one, we're not absolutely certain where it started, but somebody was firing off a weapon. Some individuals were seen in the area we had a contractor on a rooftop. It really was more the city's call, but the city didn't have the resources, so we threw resources at that to make sure that those individuals did not come onto campus. We don't know what their intent was. It was likely they were down in the wash just target practice shooting. But absent knowing what their intent was, we wanted to make sure that we put resources on that. And again, we alerted the community to stay inside or stay away from campus if you're not there. I really like to focus on the prevention piece of this when it talks about threats and the increased violence across education in this country. We do a lot of collaborating with our community partners, our other local agencies, also our federal partners. We have a monthly threats meeting with the FBI where we discuss cases that we may have in common and mitigating factors and sharing information. We have a regional response effort that we're working on with our local law enforcement agencies so that we have consistent training and protocols that when there is a violent event, we can all respond to that collectively and be on the same page in that response. Your behavioral assessment team addresses persons of concern, and we case manage those individuals, and sometimes we take action to remove those individuals from the college community because the concern is too great. This will be our third summer in 2024 where we offer employee response to active threat on campuses. We coordinate with the Sheriff's Department and other community, actually they're school resource officers. We bring them into a campus for a week, and you can sign up for a full 8-hour training session where they talk in the morning about the concepts of run, hide, fight. They teach you some basic first aid, stop the bleed, and then the afternoon is scenario-based. It's very dynamic, it's totally voluntary, and there's usually 40 slots a day for a full week that we allow our community to come and participate in so that you can feel a little more empowered about your own safety and things that you can do. So there's a lot going on in those areas from prevention to response, and we're very well networked within the community on that. And again, we've got the Simplicity reporting platform. You folks are the ones that are usually seeing it, hearing about it. You've got to get that information to us early on so that we can, when we talk about stopping that path toward violence, we catch that person early before they've developed a plan. Maybe they're just talking about whatever grievance they have. The earlier we get that information, the better we're prepared to respond to that, disrupt that path towards violence, and have a successful outcome.
Okay, question, a schedule of, what is the schedule? Classes shorting. Why is it not possible to sort for zero cost materials classes in the schedule of classes? Addressed by Dr. Dolores Duran.
Cerda.
Ceres?
Yeah, Cerda, Duran Cerda.
Cerda?
I know it's a long name, isn't it? It's I've dealt with it all my life. Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
A nickname. Thank you for the question. So before I answer the question, I wanted to piggyback on what the chief said. So I actually participated in the training where there were scenarios, real life scenarios, and learned how to put on a tourniquet, and they said I did a good job with that. So, but it really is an eye-opener as to being aware of your environment, even if it's a classroom. So I would take advantage of those trainings. To answer your question about zero cost, and so the question is, why is it not possible to sort for zero cost materials classes in the schedule of classes? So our registrar isn't here today, but I did pose the question, and so he's looking into it, so I don't have a direct answer right now, but I know it's a concern that faculty have brought up in our faculty senate and administration meetings. So we're all aware of it and we're trying to fix it, but it's a system that is kind of complicated, but we are aware, and thank you for posing that question.
We would like to open the mic up to a open Q&A question if there is any in the audience. All right, since there are not any. Oh, there is a question.
With the recent discussions and the news at the U of A with budget, are we aware or do we have any situation here at Pima Community College that we should be aware of?
Thank you for that question, Mike. So I had the same question. And so I asked our CFO if how we're doing. And we are in a good spot, actually. So, I mean, like with every budget and, you know, things that happen, and we can't forecast what's going to happen in the future, but right now we do not have the same situation as the U of A, and that was shared with the board because I wanted to let them know, too, that we're in good, solid footing. So, good question.
Are there any other questions? All right, thank you. Oh. On campus and virtual campus maps, why are the maps so difficult to use on campuses? And the follow-up question is, why are some outdated? This question will be addressed by all campus VPs.
Hi, my name is Nina Corson. I'm the campus vice president here at the downtown campus, and I'm going to take this question on behalf of my colleagues, but invite them to add too if they have something else. So why are the maps difficult to use on the campus? I understand the maps, but if they're difficult to read, please reach out to me and offer up some suggestions on how we could reformat those maps. Our facilities department does design the maps, and we're always open to the student feedback. If you have suggestions, let us know what would make them easier to utilize. Why are some outdated? Well, you know, we're a really dynamic college, and we are constantly changing, and sometimes we reorg, and sometimes we build new buildings, and pretty much the second you print a map, it's outdated. That is the reality. It will probably always be the reality. Nonetheless, our facility department is in the middle right now of updating the maps, and I will work on finding out when those maps are supposed to be redone and provide that response to the Student Senate. So hopefully they can share with the student that submitted the questions. Anything else?
So our next question is for Desert Vista campuses. And the question is, when is the campus restaurant scheduled to be finished? That will be addressed by our VP, Edgar Soto.
Thank you. So first of you, I want to honor all of you for doing this. This is so important. And with our leadership, the chancellor, I know that what you say, she listens. And she really makes sure that we're serving our students. So just want to honor you for doing this. The one regret I have in college is I wasn't part of our student senate. So I'm glad that you're doing it. So I just wanted to make sure I let you know and thank you for that. And then the other thing I just wanted to mention is that with our chief of police and what we're doing, if you see a lot of alerts out there, usually it's because we err on the side of being extra vigilant and safe. And so a lot of times you're going to hear things, but that's our most important job as leaders, is to keep our students safe and healthy. Now, healthy, so we start talking about some food, right? So we've had our restaurant been working on it. It's been delayed a few times just because of supply issues, some change in leadership, but we're planning on opening up the restaurant March of 2024. Pablo Toscano, who is our director now, just had an advisory meeting yesterday with a lot of people from the industry, and they love our facility. I mean, we've got a really amazing facility. The goal is to have that restaurant run by our students, so we get some on-the-job training. So look out for it in March, and thank you for the question.
Thank you so much. Our next question is, why don't we have more Pride events? And this is going to be addressed by Dr. Brian Stewart and Yolanda.
Thank you very much. And my first response, so the question is, why do we have more Pride events? And I say that'd be fantastic. As an LGBTQ person myself, I would love to have more of those. It would be really good. We actually do 3 events in the year, and we actually have 3 different types of what we call awareness campaigns around these activities. More would be fantastic. The limitations are time, timing, and resources. And resources is sort of the intersection of time and timing. It's people. So if student clubs, organizations want to do more Pride things, reach out to Student Life, reach out to the DEI office. Those are the best ways to connect to those. We have money to do that, but what we often need is people to do those activities. And that comes to sort of time and timing. What we do strategically with Student Life and with the Teaching and Learning Center and with the Office of Employee Development is we schedule around the year for all culture and heritage activities. We are multi-intersectional individuals, and so we want to embrace everything about our intersectionality, part of it being LGBTQIA. So we actually identify when is best. We used to do all of it in the fall. It was like September, October, November. We had these events that were happening around LGBTQ. And we got recommendations from Student Senate and from student groups and the community to actually do something in the fall, in the spring, and summer's hard, so we do mostly awareness campaigns in the summer during Pride Month because June is Pride Month. June in Tucson is hot, and there's not a lot of students and faculty on campus. So we do awareness and we support the community during that month. October is LGBTQIA History Month, and so we do a major wellness campaign during that time. We support Tucson Pride, and just by the way, if U of A is here, they don't support Tucson Pride, by the way, we do. We sponsor the parade there. We also have events at the Pride event itself. And then on campus, we do a Pride relay with Student Life during the month of October as sort of our part of that. And then we used to do transgender awareness, which is, and the Remembrance Day, which is Monday, the 20th of November. It intersects with our work around Native American heritage, and we don't want that conflict. It also happens just before Thanksgiving, and we got a lot of concerns from the community about us taking away from events happening in our community. So we now do it in the spring, around March 31st this year, for International Transgender Day Awareness. And that way we bring a bigger picture to it, we can have more events in that way, and we spread it out during the year. But if individual groups want to do more, we're happy to help support that. Just reach out to the DEI office or Student Life, and there is resources out there as long as you have the people to help work in those areas. So thank you.
The restaurant question brought up our mocha machines at the west and downtown campus have been broken for a while now. Can we get an update on when those will be fixed? I believe the west campus and the downtown campus, the mocha machines are both out of order. And they have been for about a month now, I think.
Thank you. Is the food? No. Okay. So he asked about the mocha machines. We'll look into it. I did not know they were out. Aubrey at West no? Okay. We'll find out. Thank you.
This topic covers the film program. Will you have more money for the film program? And it's addressed by Dr. Aubrey Carnover.
So not to put the person on the spot, but anyone who asked that question, can I do a quick follow-up? Because I just don't, are you talking about faculty or resources for the program? Does anybody know who might have submitted that question? Okay, or maybe. Okay. So let's take it from a couple different perspectives. Oh, okay. If it's something like space-wise, something like that, the best bet is to first connect with our Dean of Arts, Dana Rowe, and she can at least kind of maybe dive a little bit deeper, find out what the issue is, and then I can work with her if it's a space issue on campus, if it's a faculty, if needing more support in terms of adjunct faculty or staff. She'll work with the provost's office and Jeff Thies. So yeah, I would just encourage whoever that individual is to please reach out to Dana or come by my office and we can talk a little bit more and I can direct that person to the right place. Thank you.
So our next question.
I'll add to that. I'm just going to add to that film question because I think I know where they're going with this. So one of the things that's happened in Arizona is we had two bills passed which gives film incentives. And so there's a lot of talk about certain projects that are coming to southern Arizona, Arizona in general. But whoever asked that question, one of the things they can also do is go to Visit Tucson that has a film component to it, and they have funding. And I think what they're talking about is funding to produce films or get involved in films. So there are some things out there that are coming down the way.
So our next question is, what student events can we join? And this will be addressed by Valerie Vidal-King.
Thank you. What a great question, right? Student engagement. So all of our events are open to students and to faculty and to staff, and you can find a list of our events on the Pima Engage site. So for students, log into your My Pima, go into Pima Engage, and there'll be a list of clubs. So we have all kinds of clubs. If there's a club that you don't see listed that you want to start, contact Student Life, and we can help get you started with a new club. There are leadership activities. There's leadership organizations that are available. We have first-year experience programs available to students. We also have Career Cafe. That's part of our first-year experience program that helps with resume writing and interview skills. Those of you who came and participated this last month to our new student welcome, that's one of our premier events that we do every year. So students are welcome to attend that. What else? What else do we do? This is a perfect example of student engagement. Our Student Senate is available and open to all students. So I encourage you, if you want to get involved, there are so many opportunities. Come by the Student Life Center at all of your campuses. We have a virtual presence as well. And like I said, check out Pima Engage because we have so many opportunities and we encourage everybody to participate in our student engagement activities. So thank you.
Our next question is there a plan to bring in more healthy food options at the downtown campus? And this will be answered by our VP, Nina Corson.
Hello, this is probably the #1 question I get from students and employees. And I feel ya. I was walking down the campus the other day outside. This was a true story, happened just last week. I was eating a banana and a student stopped me and they said, "Oh my gosh, do they sell those inside?" And I had to say, "No, I'm sorry, I brought this banana from home." So we do outsource our bookstore and food services to Barnes & Noble College, and they are a really good partner to the college, and they try very hard to bring as many healthy food options as they can. It might not look like that. I did call the bookstore manager last night. He's out of town. He took my call at night, so I'm very thankful for him. And asked him, like, what are the plans? What have we done? I wanted to be able to share with you. Salads, I'm going to tell you, healthy food does not sell. They lose money on almost all their healthy food. It is the sad truth of the matter. We have tried to offer salads several times. They have to throw away 90% of what they buy. So the way it works when they buy food is they have to buy minimum quantities, right? It's just pure economics. A vendor is not going to send 2 salads to us to sell. It's not worth it for that vendor. We might sell 2 a week. They have to buy 20 a week. 18 of them get thrown away. And the bookstore loses a lot of money on that. They can't afford to stay in business offering some of those types of things. But they keep trying. After the banana incident, I went and talked to Ryan. I said, can you offer bananas? What are those little orange things called, those cuties? What are those? He's gonna try to get those, but if they don't sell, they'll have to stop selling them. However, he did share with me things that they consider healthy. Their fresh sandwiches sell all right. They do some of those. They have a new line. I brought some show and tell for you. So I went through the bookstore and they let me borrow. I didn't actually buy all these. I've got to return them. But when I'm looking for a healthy snack, these are my go-tos in case this is good for you. I know everyone's got a different diet. But this popcorn has no sugar, it's not sweetened, it's just plain old popcorn. It's pretty good. This is their new line that they just got this semester. It's called Recharge You, and they consider these healthy, y'all. This one is not too bad. Most granola that you buy in the store is like full of sugar. This has only got, I don't know if I can see it. I think it's about 4 grams of sugar per serving, which is not bad, right? Like 10 is my cutoff. That's generally the cutoff. I want to show you a couple more things. This is my absolute favorite. My sister has been a vegan since she was 14. She's in her 50s now. She loves this brand. I find it okay. It taste-wise. I do buy it when I want to be healthy, right? It literally has 6 ingredients: egg whites, almonds, cashews, dates, and they say no BS. There's really nothing else in there. It's like 12. It's got a little, like the dates have a little sugar, but I don't know, Edgar. That's better than refined sugar, right? Edgar's my health coach. Pistachios, this is just plain old pistachios. This is something they've tried to offer. See, these things have a longer shelf life, so they can put this kind of stuff. They consider this healthy. Raisins, sweetened dried cranberries, almonds, golden raisins. It's not bad. It is a little bit high in sugar. It's like 14 grams because of the fruit, right? But not too bad. And then I don't like these, but our students tell me they're pretty good. They're vital proteins. So these are my suggestions to you if you're looking for something healthy out of the bookstore. I'll keep you posted. The best thing you can do is, as a student voice, go in there and tell them specifically what you want. If they hear it enough times, they'll try it. Okay, thank you.
So our next topic is going to be about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
All the time.
You're good.
Yeah, so the question is, in light of recent backlash against diversity, equity, and inclusion in legislation across the U.S., what is Pima as an institution doing to support students who are in these targeted communities, such as queer/trans, undocumented/refugee, indigenous, and other students at risk? Thank you.
So first, whoever student sent this, you're brilliant, and I want to encourage every student out there to actively pay attention to what is happening, not just in your house, but in your community and in the country. This is how we make change. So Pima is actively involved in this space. I'll be honest and say this is a challenge in Arizona. Arizona is a state that moves a little bit. There are other states that are farther one way or farther the other direction. We're sort of in the middle. So it does depend upon what's going on. And so as an institution, what we have had to do is we've had to look at who we are at our core. And how are we going to set that up for not just today, but for the future? And I want to say I am very proud of our chancellor, of our board, of our previous chancellor for embracing this model, and for the entire administration, faculty, staff, and our students getting on board with this idea. It started a long time ago. We had a diversity, equity, inclusion plan. We're one of the first schools in the Arizona to be working in that space. And we've done it because it is embedded in our mission. Our mission has embedded within it the ideas of equity, the ideas of social justice, the ideas of inclusion of all peoples. It has been there since I've been at the institution, which is a long time. And it's one of the things that's kept me here. It is grounded in who we are. And so we elevated that by creating a plan. What we recognized this last year, as we had an opportunity to relook at things, is that a plan isn't enough. A plan is great. It created the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. It's created all the programming that you see. It's created resources so that we can celebrate and connect and we can educate ourselves. But it is not enough. So what we are doing now is we're going through a process of reconnecting that, connecting it to this idea of a culture of care. You will hear us begin to use language like culture, heritage, cultural competency, focusing on caring, genuinely caring about one another in our community. Those concepts, it doesn't matter what a legislature does, it doesn't matter what happens other places, those things aren't going to go away. They're embedded in our society. And so by focusing there, we're able to reposition ourselves and relook at what we are doing. So for us, we are actually now taking that, what used to be a plan, and we're embedding it into all of our activities. Every policy that we do, we are reviewing to make sure that it is inclusive, it is focused on equity. Every outcome that we are looking at is driven through those lenses. Every single part of our strategy and our mission is now tied to these principles. So it doesn't matter if somebody comes in and says, no, you can't do that, because the glory of being in a government organization is we have to do what we say we are. We have to. It is required. So if we say we are a social justice institution that believes in these things, we have to do it because it is there, it's how we're funded, it's how we're supported. You can't take that away from us. So that is really how we're doing it. We go a little beyond that, we get a little weird when we get into the area of advocacy. We rely upon you as our students to be our advocates, because we have to jumble all of the stuff about state policies and politics and funding. But you as champions of advocacy, and we will support and engage in those things, absolutely, and we will provide education and tools. We also focus on civility. We are a diverse community, and our idea is that we have to learn to talk to one another even when we disagree. We have to understand how to do that. That is by us helping you and you helping us understand that process. So that's really that component. And then the third aspect is that we are a no-tolerance institution. You can have opinions, we can have discussions that are different, but we do not promote hate. We do not promote violence. We will always be against that. And so we stand very strong, and you've probably seen some messages come out from our board and our chancellor and myself and others around those concepts, and that's sort of the big picture about how we sort of approach this concept. Thank you, great question.
Our second to last question, we're almost at the end, I promise. This one will also be addressed by Dr. Brian Stewart. Unfortunately, the other person who could answer this, Ms. Yolanda Gonzalez, she is not able to join us, but she is another very good person to reach out if you are looking to get further into this. The question itself is, even 1 year past the Prop 308 initiative to provide in-state tuition rates for undocumented students, graduating from an Arizona high school and living in Arizona for 2 or more years, why is it still so hard for students in these communities to navigate admissions?
Yes, absolutely. You're correct. And Asher knows as much as anybody because he works with Yolanda all the time. Yolanda oversees our Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion and our Immigrant and Refugee Center. So the best thing, and this is a great lesson in policy, regulation, and the law. We pass laws all the time, and those laws are brilliant, and they sound wonderful, but all they do is say you should do something. They don't actually tell you how to do it. And so what Prop 308 really did is there was a wall there that said we can't help these students in our institution, and it opened a door. That's all it did. It created a door in a wall. All of the rules, all of the regs, all of the requirements that are behind that wall still exist. They don't go away. And unfortunately, all those rules and regulations and requirements are not built for everybody equally. And And so as institutions, one of the things that we think about and we're always trying to do is how do we create pathways and try to structure things so that it is as easy as possible to navigate, but we don't get rid of all the bureaucracies. It doesn't happen. Our best source, and what we have done, is we have people like Asher, and we have people like Yolanda, who are experts in this process, and we tie them to students so that they can help navigate all the complexities, because it doesn't get rid of the complexities, unfortunately. So if you want to change the complexities, this is why you need to vote, this is why you need to understand law, and this is why you need to go down that road of being part of that in our communities in the future. Thank you.
Why did you choose to come to PCC? Addressed by Student Senate.
Arno. Okay, I'm Athena Martinez. I came to PCC just as, safeguarding for my own sobriety and my own nourishment of education. I, had a really troubled past, and PCC guided me into a better person. I've changed into a really positive aspect and a leader. I've noticed that I am way more powerful with my voice than I ever once was, so that's why I joined PCC. It gave me a guidance, it gave me some roles, and it gave me some groundbreaking material to use.
Hello, everyone. My name is Randalls. As for me, I'll say for international students, PCC is like a perfect place for most people who haven't done high school in the U.S. to start off from, because I don't know, I think, because I started off at the U of A, but then I came to PCC. So for me, it was how they teach here. Inclusion and diversity is really practiced here, I would say. And it's just easy to talk to the administrators, your student buddy, and I think people on campus are very friendly, and so it's a perfect place for those of us coming in to start from. And I'll encourage this. I always encourage people to start from here if they have no clue how to navigate this system or this country.
I'll go. Oh, sorry. For a non-traditional student who got her GED at the age of 36, Pima made sense, right? Because it gave me the opportunity to pursue my education with the GED. So it just made sense to me. But it's also given me the opportunity to really grow academically and to figure out what I want to do after this. So, going to a university straight out of GED, I don't know, it doesn't really fit, right? But now I actually have the tools and the skills to be prepared so that I'm ready.
I'm not a PCC student yet, but I plan to become one very soon. The reason that I want to follow my educational journey is to help people. I want to get into social services, and I want to be able to help students and people in general. But that is kind of why I got into PCC, or I will be getting into PCC. Thank you.
I'm Will Romanenko. I came to PCC because I remembered when I was in high school that I was told that this is a much cheaper option to come to community college first. And at first I was sort of negative about it. I had been sick for a while and decided against the idea of going to college. But I decided over the past year that I needed to go to college. I need to go pursue higher education. And I've been really happy with everyone here. Every person I've met has been very kind and very helpful and assistive. I have Michael over there that's been always helpful for me. I have a few other people in the crowd that I've met and dealt with before. And so I'm very glad to have partaken in this experience.
I can go next if this is, okay, yes, this is still on, thank you. So as Dr. Bryan had mentioned beforehand, hi, I'm Aster Schaefer. I also work in the Immigrant and Refugee Student Resource Center along with Ms. Yolanda Gonzalez, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. I kind of joined Student Senate and the IRSRC office for the same reason. And that is because as a queer person myself, as a non-traditional student, I really wanted to make my voice heard because I really learned that a lot of people cannot do the same thing that I can do, which is have the confidence and have the ability to step into those leadership roles. So I decided to take it upon myself because I couldn't find anyone else who would do it for me. So that's kind of all the answer I have for that, but.
Hi everyone, this is Rebecca, and the reason was I can say like the reason why I chose PCC over other schools, other campuses is because PCC is the best place to be as it empowers every learner every day for every goal. So like, and for students who did study from here or if you're coming from any other country, this is the best place to be because you get to meet all other students from every background and everywhere. And as for me, like, I didn't study from here in high school. I came from Africa, from Uganda, and then, like, joining a new system, starting from it, like, from nothing, from something new. This has been an amazing experience because I get to learn a lot of things from different faculty, professors, and so, like, I would love to encourage everybody who is out there wondering where to start from or where to go. Come to PCC, it's the best place to be. Thank you to all of the students who have submitted a question through our form on Pima Engage. The next section of the program will be our campus updates. During this time, we will have each 5 minutes to share an update on what has been occurring this semester at our respective campuses, as well as an update on what we have been doing as a campus senator during our term. In preparation for this town hall, we each had sit-down meeting with our vice president to discuss the campus and any project or initiative that's occurring at our campuses. Arnold Montiel, the Adult Basic Education Senator and Student Senator Chair, will start us off for this section. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Okay, as a representative for ABEC, this is our site report. Adult Basic Education for college and career courses prepare students with academic, workforce preparation, integrated civics, and digital literacy skills. Classes are focused on basic reading, writing, math, and English. In 2023, ABEC assisted 4,752 learners succeed in achieving their goals. Recent campus updates include items such as our new El Rio solar parking spaces to provide renewable energy. The landscaping was redesigned from grass to xeriscape to help preserve our water resources. Our applied science program students took educational field trips led by Dean Greg Wilson to add an additional level of learning to their experience. Various college and career fairs are happening at the 29th Street Center. More details can be found on Pima Engage. Registration for spring 2024 is officially open. ABEC's IET classes provide access to a variety of career training options, including health certifications, information and technology courses, and applied technology training. Current IBEST programs include medical assistant programs, automotive, industrial, and information technology, CDL classes, and building and construction technologies.
Hello and good afternoon. I got to speak to the VP Agrisoto and discuss following topics. He would like for you to know about Desert Vista wraparounds, support services, that can help students navigate through college. DV also has grants like Trigo that are amazing programs to be involved in. Student life is a great way to connect with fellow students. DV also has an amazing culinary program in, wait, I didn't say that right, that is going to open a restaurant soon. DV also has childcare services for students as far as construction plans for the campus is our culinary program and additional space to expand child care program updates for Desert Vista campus is the accreditation of the HLC, Higher Learning Commissioner, Commission. Okay, where am I? Coming in December of 2024 to evaluate a few of our campuses, DV being one of them. DV VP Edgar Soto stated that his most important job as campus leader is to keep the students and staff safe. DV has an amazing police presence and they are very attentive and make sure the campus is safe. We are always trying our best to make sure safety is priority. The things we are most proud of at DV is our culture. We have family type atmosphere and treat everyone with respect. Also doing a great job of keeping our campus clean and beautiful. As for my student senators, student update, I am participating in LEAD and attending ACC meetings. Also, I attend our week involvement fair and new student welcome carnival that is always with, that is all with my report.
Since we have, is this, I can just do it like this. Hi, I did 4 years of being. Is it on now? Is it? Okay. Hold it close. Okay, this is as close as we're gonna get. Since we have 2 senators for the downtown campus, we kind of split up roles. I have one campus update, and then I have more personal updates because I've been doing a lot personally as a senator. As far as the campus goes, we're going to be having a new marquee on Speedway and Stone, that big digital display that should have a kind of a rotating slideshow to get students interested in joining, get new information out to current students. That is going to be coming up, construction starting in December-ish. We're hoping to get it finished by March. May or may not happen, but that's the plan. As far as personal updates go, I, as the marketing officer, all of the flyers that you have seen for Student Senate, I have made. So, thank you. Yes. I have also been working closely, as I mentioned before, with the Immigrant and Refugee Student Resource Center because my mission in Student Senate is very closely linked with that. Working to support undocumented and other non-resident but non-international students. International students have a whole other thing that they are doing that is its own ballgame. As well, the last thing that I'll mention is that I hosted a workshop at this year's Emerging Leaders. It happened October 6th, but with the IRSRC office, we're hoping to expand that to get new presentations out. It's about health and wellness, particularly about not shaming people's bodies and what they do eat, but just providing some basic nutritional information. So that is all that I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Astor. The rest of the downtown campus updates are that the vending machines have been moved for visibility to offer our evening and weekend students food when the bookstore is closed. So that's great news. There you'll find sandwiches, burritos, Hot Pockets, Uncrustables, and more. They've been located, or they are now located in the lounge area for everyone to enjoy. Our advanced manufacturing building is open this semester, and the applied tech programs are now being held in that new space. Please feel free to take a look at our progress and at the fantastic view. Faces of First Year, Early Alerts and Pima Connect event. That will be held this Friday, November 17th from 1:30 to 2 p.m. online. So for anybody who's curious, what are early alerts? Where can you access Pima Connect? And how do these resources support first-year students at the college? That would be a good place to start. Market on the Move has moved to downtown campus. It is here every second Thursday from 9 to 11. We've made some revisions to address and to serve the students specifically with a new walk-up station, which you can find between the CC building and the ST building. There's also a drive-through for the rest of the community and employees and staff as well. So please make sure that you take part in that. And thank you.
Regarding the East Campus, our first update is we have a new VP as of the 6th of November. So I think that's very interesting news. This semester, I had the honor of joining a planning committee on the East Campus. So we were tasked with seeing how we could move one of our campuses from the 29th Street to the East Campus, and we were working on that with a couple of people. We're still making progress on that, and that's one thing that I had to mention today. Recently, I hosted a tabling event on my campus, and I got the opportunity to meet a couple of students. I spoke with students. I met people from different backgrounds, and I'm still hoping to have another one so I can meet more people. On the East Campus, we've also noticed a decrease in the crime, or decrease in the crime rate, and I think that is something that is very positive. We heard from our chief of police today, how they have been working endlessly on stopping crime on campuses, and I think that's a positive thing. Concurrently, we've observed an uptick in the number of students staying on campus post-class. I just right before I started talking, I met with the VP from downtown campus, and she said one of the things she did when she was still on the East Campus was she created this new play area, I would say, and that's been keeping students very busy, so thank you for that. Yeah, they've been utilizing facilities like the library and other resources, and that's contributing to a very vibrant campus atmosphere. So that's it for the East Campus. Thank you.
For Northwest Campus, I got to meet with the campus VP, and there are some things we would want you to know about Northwest Campus. This month is AI Awareness Month. There are weekly events being held for topics of discussion on AI, so the campuses can figure out how to use it more appropriately and effectively without misusing it. There is no construction going on at the campus at this time, or at least none that would affect any classes or anything scheduled. Some events being held, they include the Native American Heritage, that is this month. There's going to be a Pride event held on November 29th that is going to be in person. And we also, in 2 days, have the Arizona STEM Adventure event on the 17th, which is super, super exciting. Get to work with a lot of students, get to see what's going on with them and how they STEM and see what, get to just work with the kids. That's really cool. I think it's awesome that we get to do that type of stuff. Right now, safety isn't an issue at the campus. Everything that's off campus, it gets held and, is very, very effectively dealt with. We have a great police force who work hard on keeping us safe. Some pride that the VP would like to share is to the engagement team. He appreciates all the hard work that you do. And then they have a hangout at the Northwest campus. It's a game room, there's pool, ping pong, and a prayer meditation space. I think that's really awesome for the students. This is something we actually worked on for last Student Senate, and I'm glad that there was a response and there is an influx in that, and that is being used by our students. And also another thing that we worked on with Northwest Campus last semester was the food, and now there are, Monday through Thursday, there are food trucks available for the students to go to and get food, and staff as well. So we got some answers last year, so ask your questions, they get answered. Our previous student senator participated in both Welcome Week and the Involvement Fair. The spot has only been vacant since the beginning of this month, and we are currently working on a timeline to fill the position as we await special elections. Any students with questions from right now can always contact us at our PCCs-student senators at pima.edu. And as for myself, student senator updates with the ACC, I have been involved. I was on a panel just this last week for online learning, so that was really cool. That was really, got a lot of information, got to know, the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts, that we wanted our instructors to know. So I'm really glad that that was utilized and it's getting dealt with. I was also at the Involvement Fair for online. Just this past Monday, we didn't have any students, unfortunately, but I hope that some of our online learners do join us at our next one. As well as I've attended LEAD, and I actually had an Advocast put out just this last semester. So I'm actually on YouTube, and there's an Advocast on Spotify where they're just asking me about my experience here at Pima. And that concludes my report.
Hello, and for online campus, to begin with, I want to say with pride that online learning is the largest enrollment at the college. Pima Online wants students to know that the college is reviewing strategies going forward to help ensure that the college mission is being met for all online students. The online campus also has the honor of receiving the Strive Online Title V grant, which allows the college to expand on the physical media lab at the Northwest campus to provide state-of-the-art location to create and design videos for online and virtual courses. This begins in spring of 2024 and will conclude in spring of 2026. Pima Online has also developed more of their open educational resources and intends to roll out the new simple syllabus as well as course evaluations that some of you may already have noticed. This will all allow for more streamlined resources for students. Orientation to online learning can also now be accessed externally by anyone interested in it, furthering the transparency of the college. Pima Online is also committed to ensuring that events are available both virtually and physically if possible, and if not, are working to create online events for students as well. In addition, Pima Online takes pride in its ability to nominate various individuals for awards from the Instructional Technology Council. In terms of security, the majority of issues are with registrar and financial aid. False accounts got into the system last year and were taking up registration for the second block of 8-week courses. These accounts were explored and terminated, and comprehensively, the college has been implementing higher security levels, working heavily on authentication, and there are fewer issues like this with false accounts. Finally, in my capacity as a student senator, I've begun a project to encourage students to join outreach to high schools, and I've been working very closely with members of PTK for that. So far, we've visited Edge High School, and some of my fellow students are visiting Pueblo High School today as we speak. We intend to continue this in hopes of educating potential students about what our college has to offer.
Great.
For the West Campus, we have 2 senators for the West Campus. I will be sharing parts of our updates, and Marcus will also be sharing some. This semester has been remarkable, and during tabling events for the new student welcome, I had the privilege of hearing concerns from my fellow students regarding the need for a bike path from St. Mary Hospital to Pima West Campus. I swiftly submitted the request to the school, and I am pleased to inform you that the college is committed to ensuring the safety of every student who rides a bike or walks to school. A meeting with Dr. Abri and Dr. Valerie is scheduled soon to explore various options. Your safety is our priority. In collaboration with Artina Martinez, Will Romanico, and Julia, our advisor, we recently met with Denise and Melissa to address concerns about payment options. I am delighted to share that they are dedicated to enhancing your experience. They assured us to update the payment information on the Pima website, including added contact information for student-facing challenges. Additionally, they will contact the Pima contract department about reinstating an ATM at Pima Community College. The payment department is ready and welcomes any questions you may have. As a student representative on the governing board, I am dedicated to advocating for your needs and concerns. Please feel free to reach out to any member of the Student Senate. We are here for you. Your voices matter, and together we can make positive changes for our campus community. So for the Pima West updates, the new science lab classrooms in our F building are nearing completion. This development will significantly increase the availability of science classes at the West Campus. Construction is ongoing for the Center for Excellence in Health Sciences. The internal demolition of the J and H building has been completed, and framing is currently underway. The expected completion date for this project is October 2024, with classes scheduled to begin in the spring of 2025. Thank you. This concludes my updates.
Pima, my part of the West Campus update is Pima Athletics continue to shine with strong performances in all of our fall sports. The college will be hosting the National Soccer Tournament for both men and women in November. The Center of the Arts has begun the development of their plan for their Center of Excellence. Meetings with students, faculty, and community members have helped shape the development of the project. In the meantime, fall performances of choir, ensemble, dance, and others will be held over the next 2 months.
Thank you for that update. I would also like to thank all of our campus vice presidents for making time for us in order to prepare for this event and ensuring that student needs and concerns are a top priority. Before we go into our next section, I wanted to give time for one last update. Each student senate is responsible for completing a senate project. Marquise Vaughn, project lead, will share an update with us now.
Thank you for that introduction, Athena. As it was previously mentioned, each senate is responsible for completing a project. This project can range from a gift to campuses prepared by Senate to creating a project or ongoing events series to address a critical issue. I am excited to announce that we the Student Senate 2023 cohort is partnering with the foundation to raise money for a tuition award. We are confident in our fundraising efforts and believe that this award will make a meaningful difference.
Before we end today's event, we have 25 minutes available to open the floor again for audience questions or comments.
I have a comment. The VPs that showed up here today, and faculty heads as well, I do want to mention that their door is always open, and if they aren't available, their assistant is there and more than accommodating to schedule a meeting to go around your class schedule or work or anything that you have. But they are there and available, and their doors are open. And also, I would like to thank our campus police as well. I am present on the West Campus and the downtown campus, and the campus police are they just have that exterior that they may not be approachable, but once you get to talk to them and you get to know a little bit about them, then they're not so bad. I'm not saying that they are bad, but that the first impression, like whenever you see them, you're just, oh, that's the police. You don't really talk to them unless you need help or something like that. So if you do you happen to see a campus officer, say thank you, you know? Yeah, talk to them. I've had the opportunity to meet a few of the officers, Officer Alex at West Campus, Officer Oeda, and a special thanks to Officer Eugene. Like, once you meet them and you get to know a little bit about their background and where they came from and how they got here, they're really interesting individuals. And you can't judge a book by its cover. So those are my comments for the officers and our department heads. They are always available, and so are the campus officers. So.
If there's no additional questions, we can move on to the end of today's events. Thank you all for your comments and questions. We are now going to move to the end of today's events.
So I think we're now at the end of today's event. I just want to say thank you to everyone who was able to join virtually and in person here at the downtown campus. We really appreciate the support that we got from faculty and the staff, administrators, and everyone here present, and some fellow students. I saw a couple, some minutes ago. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining virtually. And we hope to see you at our next town hall event. Thank you.
All right. Student Senate represents the interests of you have the opportunity. All right. Student Senate represents the interests of PCC students. Don't forget you have the opportunity to have your voice heard at the beginning of each regular meeting and can attend all Student Senate meetings. Our meetings are hosted virtually on Tuesdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. Our next meeting will be held on November 28th. You can also access meetings, scheduling, upcoming events, upcoming agendas, and meeting minutes on our Pima Engage page. You may also contact us directly through our Pima Engage page or visit your local Student Life Center to obtain your student senator's contact information. Now we would like to announce our two winners of the prize drawing. Our prize winners are Dennis and Alexis. And if you are here, please visit the registration table to receive your prizes. And if not, we will email the winners who can pick up their prize pack of PCC swag at the Student Life Center in the CD building. With that last update, the Student Senate Fall 2023 Town Hall has now concluded. There is lunch from Tucson Tamale for all to enjoy. This event has begun recorded and will be accessible via our Pima Engage page and through the Pima Student Engage YouTube page. Thank you.
Thank you all.